guys, it's Kristen. Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, I am a second year Doctor of Physical Therapy student, and I post videos all about my journey in physical therapy school, so it means so much to me if you could take a second and subscribe down below. Today's video, I'm going to be talking about how to prepare for physical therapy school before it begins, because it is currently January when I'm filming this. Happy New Year! This is the first video I'm posting in 2022. But I know a lot of PT schools are sending out acceptances right now. I've seen a lot of people posting that they've recently been accepted into physical therapy school. So I hope this video can help some of you that are trying to prepare and get everything together before your very first semester. So the very first thing you should do to prepare for PT school is save your money. So in physical therapy school, there really isn't much time to work. I personally do babysit a little bit on the weekends or whenever I can squeeze it in, but I didn't start doing that until my second year in the program, just because you're in class all day. My program, we're in class from 8 to 4, and when you're not in class, you're either studying or relaxing for a second or trying to squeeze in some time to go to the gym or hang out with some friends. So it is really hard to work even part-time in physical therapy school, so work as much as you can in college, in your last semester, in your few months leading up to when your program is starting. If you're watching this and you're in high school or college, try to work as much as you can and save as much as you can, because that will take a lot of stress off of your plate when you're actually in the program. Next way to prepare for physical therapy school is to relax and spend as much time with friends and family as you can. Just kind of try to cherish that last summer. For me, my program started in August, so I was really lucky. I know a lot of schools start in May, so I was lucky to have those 3 months to really spend with my friends and family, kind of explain the next 3 years of my life are going to be chaos, and please have some grace with me if I'm not able to do as much socializing, if I'm not able to go to as many family events, just kind of relaxing and spending time with your loved ones. So getting more into kind of like the school tips now. In this time before PT school begins, get organized and get into your routine. If you don't currently work out and you really want to work out consistently throughout physical therapy school, don't wait until school starts to get into that routine and develop those healthy habits. Get into your routine now. Figure out how many days a week you're going to work out. Are you going to go to classes? Are you going to go to the gym on campus? Make your routine now, build up your healthy habits now, so when you're so busy in PT school, you already are in that routine and able to implement those things as well. This also goes for things like cleaning, cooking, running errands. Just develop healthy habits now before your program starts, so you're not trying to do this all when you are having all this work thrown at you. Just kind of get your basics down beforehand. Meal prepping is super important because you probably won't have as much time during the week to cook meals, so have a few quick healthy recipes you can prepare on a Sunday to have to enjoy throughout the week. And if you do not have a planner, you need to get one. Like yesterday, I just got this new planner for Christmas. It's from Ivory Paper Co., and I think it's really cute, but any planner will do. Target, Walmart. You can use Google Calendar if you are kind of more in an e-planner, but just implement these healthy habits now, so when you're so busy, you kind of have this to fall back on. And kind of going off of this, also make sure you have healthy habits to cope with stress, and you know what works best for you when you are really stressed or really anxious, how to kind of ground yourself. My stress relief comes in the form of my dog, Teddy. He literally is my child. I love taking him to the dog park. I love walking him around my apartment complex. And he just is the best little stress relief ever. If you are wondering how hard it is to have a pet in PT school, I would say most people in my program either have a dog or a cat, but it is really important to consider financially if you are able to afford a pet, if you have a good support system that can help you take care of your pet. For example, my boyfriend and my boyfriend's family and some of my friends that live pretty close to me, they're all willing to help out with Teddy if I ever needed anything, if I ever needed someone to watch him. So just make sure you really consider your circumstances if you're able to have a pet, but I personally think they're the best thing ever. He really is helping me get through my program, so don't not get a pet out of fear, because what are you doing, hiccuping? Don't let fear of getting a pet stop you from getting a pet, because Teddy literally is the best thing to ever happen. So get a dog if you are on the fence about it. This is me telling you to do it. Other healthy ways you can cope with stress are like yoga, meditation, socializing with friends, going out for a drink on the weekends. Just figure out how you best cope with stress and have these healthy strategies to fall back on during the school year. Next tip is to get all your school supplies and everything in order. My school personally sent out a huge list packet of things that we will need, so make sure you get all of those, whatever your school is telling you to purchase. I will link some videos I have on my channel about my PT school essentials, as well as I think I filmed a haul before I started PT school called Everything I Bought for PT School, so I will link those videos above for you guys to check out. But just making sure you have everything you need before classes start, whether that be laptop, iPad, pencils, textbooks, scrubs, all of that. Just making sure you have everything set and ready to go. If you are a girl, make sure you have really good sports bras and biker shorts, because a lot of times in class we will have to remove layers of clothes. Like if you're working on the shoulder muscles, you obviously have to access them. If we are working on the hip, it's best to be wearing biker shorts so you can kind of palpate easier. So just keep this in mind, have some good biker shorts and sports bras. And another thing to consider purchasing is some outside resources. So this is the perfect time to talk about the sponsor of today's video, which is KenHub. I've talked about KenHub so many times here on my channel, but if you don't know what it is an online learning platform that is great for physical therapy students or med students or nursing students, anyone. But if you're watching this, I assume you're a physical therapy student, but it is a great online resource to use for anatomy studying and neuroanatomy studying, which those are the two hardest classes that I personally took in my first year of PT school. So if I had known about this before I started school, it honestly would have helped me so much, because I didn't find out about it until kind of more towards the end of my first year. But I'm going to pan to a screen recording here and show you guys the website a little bit. And I always have a link in my description box of my videos to get 10% off a KenHub membership. But I'm going to show you guys the website real quick. So as you can see, KenHub has a ton of videos and online quizzes and just really useful resources to make learning anatomy kind of more fun, more interactive, and honestly more straightforward than just kind of trying to teach yourself looking at a book or something. You can have the anatomy videos playing while you're doing chores around your house, while you're cleaning, while you're walking on the treadmill at the gym. It's just a great resource to have. And the quizzes particularly are great because it's a great way to test your knowledge and see if you're learning, if you're ready for your upcoming test or your upcoming quiz. I personally am a visual learner, so one of the reasons I love KenHub is because they have these kind of 3D atlases where you can really see the muscles and the anatomy, and it just really helps me. I still use it to this day for my musculoskeletal class when I have to review basic anatomy. And then for neuroanatomy too, they also have visuals of all of the neuro tracks. So I really would consider investing in this as a study tool in your first year of physical therapy school. And you can even get it in the few months before your program and start kind of reviewing a little bit on your own time. But please don't go off the rails with studying before your program begins. Please try to enjoy yourself and relax. But if it's been 3-4 years since you've taken your anatomy prereqs, this is a great way to get a jump start on studying before you start your program and take anatomy your very first semester. So thank you so much, KenHub, for sponsoring today's video. Please be sure to check them out. Link down below, and let's get on with the rest of the tips. So my next tip is to figure out your learning style. I will link a quiz in the description box down below. If you don't know your learning style, taking a quiz is a really quick way to find out your learning style. Like I just said, I am a visual learner, so I do best with a lot of colors, a lot of highlighting, a lot of pictures, a lot of charts, a lot of diagrams. So that's how I study. I make really colorful, cute little study guides. I have tons of fun, cute school supplies and colorful pens. This is just what motivates me and helps me learn. And when I'm taking an exam, I can just picture the study guide and all my notes or a picture or something in my head. But if you are an auditory learner, you might learn best from rewatching recorded lectures or recording your lecture in class, listening to it back, watching some videos on KenHub or YouTube, resources like that. So it's just really important to know how you study. If you made it this far, if you did well in college and got into a PT program, you probably know how to study. You probably have a pretty good sense of how you learn best. So don't try to stray too much from that plan. If you are a group studier, try to find a good study group right off the bat in school. I personally am a solo studier, so I kind of like to do my own thing. That's just how I learn best because I am super chatty, so I do get distracted pretty easily if I am studying in a big group. So just figure out what works for you. Don't try to change it based on what other people in your class are doing. Everyone learns differently, so don't feel pressured to do what everyone else is doing. And I will say this, if you are a crammer, that is going to change. If I have one tip in PT school to give you guys, it is do not cram and go to sleep early. If you start studying, say a week before the test, a little bit every single day, you really won't have to study that much the day before the exam. And I know at times this is not possible. I definitely have had to cram for exams before, but don't make it every single exam that you're cramming the night or two before. You are not sleeping. This is just not healthy. It is not good mentally. It is not good physically. You will not retain the knowledge long term. So right off the bat, just get your planner, write down all your assignments, all your tests, and kind of always be looking a week or two ahead in your planner, what you have coming up, and just do a little bit every single day. I study using the Pomodoro method, which I think is great. If you don't know what that is, it's 25 minutes on with a 5-minute break, and this allows me to, like I said, get a little bit done every single day. If I have a test a week from now, I'll say, okay, I'm going to study for 25 minutes tonight, 50 minutes tonight, and it really just adds up. So this is my biggest tip. Don't cram, go to sleep early. And my last tip is just listen to whatever your school tells you to do to prepare for your program. So my program personally really stressed relaxing and enjoying kind of the time before school started, but they also did tell us to purchase this one textbook to independently review medical terminology before classes begun. So that's what I did. I just worked through that book on my own time, was pretty familiar with medical terminology, and started the program on a good foot. So if your program tells you to do something, do it. If they don't say anything, don't go off the rails. Again, don't try to review all of your anatomy notes from undergrad, because honestly, anatomy is so different in physical therapy school, and your school is going to teach you the material in the way that you need to know it, so it might kind of do more harm than good in a way. Like I said before, if it has been years and years since you've studied anatomy, maybe you could just quickly look at an atlas, look at, in general, what muscle is here, for example, but don't be going off the rails, super in-depth studying. Just relax, enjoy your last summer. You guys are going to do awesome. So I think that's everything that I wanted to say. If you have any questions, please leave them in the description box down below, and be sure to check out my other videos I have on my channel, because I have a lot of helpful videos that might help you guys before you start your very first semester in your program. I love you all so much. Thank you for watching, and I will talk to you guys in my next video next week. Bye!